Hello and welcome to another episode of What on Earth One. We're keeping up the consistency. This is the third one so far. Even though you're gonna have trouble because if we want to keep up the schedule, you have to put it up Friday.
I have to edit this tomorrow.
And be ready to put up by Friday. On the bright side, we're more up to date with the topics. A little bit.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we could. No.
what?
I was gonna say we could start doing weekly.
I don't think we can handle that.
Okay.
I think bi-weekly is a good medium. I don't think I can hear my own ears. Can you hear it?
I can hear him.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. In honor of the season of love, because what is it? Next week? Yeah. 2 weeks.
No, it's next week.
It is. Oh, right. 7 days. Next week is Valentine's Day, and I already asked you to be my Valentine.
And I asked you.
Yes. And I said, yeah. That one was for Drew. He told me I should have said that because I showed the picture of your Valentine, and he's like, "Bro, did you go?" Yeah, and I was like, "No, I didn't." He's like, "Bro, missed opportunity."
For context, it was like one of those poorly made Valentines that you find online. And I just grabbed a picture of LA Knight holding a microphone.
Let me talk to you.
And I put roses are red, violets are blue. I challenge you to be my Valentine, and then let me talk to you. But it's ya instead of you.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, but that was the best thing I could come up with. So
It was cute, and in honor of trying to see if we're paying attention to our interests, we have a little quiz for each other.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Okay.
So you'll show me yours. For context, these are like the gods of Lore Olympus.
Like characters.
All right, so the characters from Lore Olympus, which is a comic.
It's a web series.
A web series, web comic series that you really like.
I'm obsessed.
I've never read any of it. I've only been shown like clips that you've liked or like you
mostly just like screen recordings, which I delete afterward, of like a part that I really like.
Scrolling through like multiple panels, and so you're gonna show me these pictures and we'll put them on screen.
And we have matching ears today.
Yeah, I forgot my headset, so I'm wearing this. So you're gonna show me these pictures, and I have to guess which god they are. And keep in mind, I only know Hades and Persephone for sure. I only might know Zeus and Athena because I've only seen them. I've seen them. You've shown me them, but I don't think either you didn't tell me or I forgot who they were. So
hopefully I remember.
What do you mean? Is that Zeus?
I'm not gonna answer yes or no.
I think that's Zeus. I remember Zeus has long hair, but I thought he was white. I'm gonna say that's Zeus.
Yeah. Maybe his white suit that he usually wears.
Oh, see, I knew there was white. Oh my god. Well, also this is really great for the audio listeners too. For the audio listeners, it's a picture of a green guy with long hair and a purple toga. I have no idea who this is. For some reason, I'm getting like Apollo, but I don't think that's right. I think he's yellow. I've
shown you Apollo countless
I know,
times.
and I always forget. Well, Apollo makes sense. He's yellow because sun. So I'm gonna say that's not Apollo, and that's. That's not Poseidon. No, that's not Poseidon. Now I'm blanking on Greek gods, so I'm like, I'm just gonna say, freaking, Dionysus, just to say one.
Poseidon.
I should have gone
He's
with
green.
I thought he'd be blue. Cause water. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, ocean water's green.
I get it's a bluish
But
green.
isn't he also like land related too?
Well, yeah, he's like earthquakes and horses and stuff. Like he's the god of earthquakes. Well, but the main thing, he's the god of the seas. So I would have thought it'd be
The
blue.
sea.
Ah, the sea.
Uh-huh.
Oh damn! Am I really loud?
No,
Okay.
it'll fix itself. It's probably me. Okay,
Who the heck is that?
that's for you to answer.
Wait, is that like Tartarus? No, that's a place. Is it Kronos?
Yeah.
Ha! I see. What the fuck is that?
Okay, so the first one was
Yeah, the first one is this like skull with a red eye and like a crown. So that's where I got it from. That like he's clearly
I know
old
he
and
has
evil.
two
Two forms.
Yeah.
His final
think.
is that his final form?
See, that's what confuses me. That's why I'm kind of like, okay, but
Fake
the
fan.
website said this is Kronos.
Okay.
So
Fake fan.
this guy is pink with a floof.
Yeah, a
Hair.
guy, pink, short hair, like a little pompadour, kind of. Oh God, I'm not used to that being there. So, frick. In my head, is that Dionysus?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
No.
In my head, like I'm trying to think really like effeminate gods, not like the what.
They all are.
Oh well, like what they're the god of like hell. Oh, what hell? It's definitely not Hephaestus. Cause
You're in the ballpark.
What kind of what like the hair?
Relation, kind of, by association.
Oh, even that I barely know. Like, you asked me back in middle school, I could have like easily told you a bunch of this, but my Greek mythology knowledge is way off. I don't even know who's related to Hephaestus. The only thing I can think of is Aphrodite and like for some reason Ares, but that's only because Ares simps over Aphrodite. And I can only think of, because I read Wonder Woman not too long ago, of Aphrodite's child. What's her name? What's their name? Whatever. Anyways, I'm just gonna guess Dionysus on this one because I can't think of it.
It's Eros.
I don't know who that is.
Cupid.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Isn't Eros's
I've never.
Aphrodite his mom?
I don't know. See, that's
So
why.
just one it is.
That's why I said if you had asked me this like years ago, I would have gotten this. But no, don't even know who Eros is. Oh my God, who is that? So it's like
She's red.
She's red. She's got pointy ears and long hair.
That's also red.
Yeah.
I hate her so much.
Is that no? That's not Aphrodite. Wait, who's Persephone's mom? What's her name? Can you tell me that at least? What's her name?
Demeter.
Demeter. No, that's not Demeter. No, that's Hera. Damn it! Can I one more guess? What?
Oh.
I didn't hear you, so
Okay.
I'm gonna guess Demeter.
That's Minty. Hades' former lover.
Who's Minty?
Hades' former lover.
Never heard of her.
I'll give you a pass.
That's Hades. He's blue. He's blue with white hair. For you audio listeners. You're welcome, audio listeners.
I don't think we described Zeus.
He's purple, has long purple hair, little like olive branches in his hair, and wears a white suit. There you go, audio listeners. You're welcome.
So
why is there a turkey?
You're gonna guess these in Spanish.
For context, guys, I'm a No Sabo kid. So my span, that's why you looked up like all this stuff like ladder and Turkey in Spanish? Is there a difference between the animal and the food?
No.
Oh, I don't know why I asked that because I don't know. I don't even know if there was. Turquito. I know that's not right.
Pavo.
What?
Pavo.
Pavo? Oh, right. See, if you say it to me, I'll remember. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But like, my brain blank. I've never heard ostrich in my life in Spanish. Is it just ostrich?
No.
Oh,
Avestruz.
vestruz,
Avestruz.
avestruz. Nope, wasn't in my mind at all. Oh fuck.
It's an umbrella.
It's an umbrella. I should know this. I don't know this. Ding.
Sombría.
Oh.
O paraguas.
Sombría.
Sombrías.
Sombrías. O
Paraguas.
what? Paraguas.
Yeah.
Sombrías para
O.
some. What?
So there's a difference.
Uh-huh.
Sombría, I think, is either slang or to do with the sun.
Uh-huh.
And then paraguas is for rain.
Paraguas.
Yeah. For water. Paraguas.
Para. So are you saying it paraguas or just
No, it's paraguas.
Paraguas. What? Sombría paraguas.
It depends. You can use
To,
paraguas is for when you use an umbrella
so you
for
could
rain.
you could just say paraguas.
No.
So I say sombría paraguas.
No, it's not together. It's sombrilla.
Sombría.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
But if you're gonna be using in the rain, it's paraguas.
So you would like say that to someone. You're like, oh, it's like I'm. What? How would you use that in a sentence?
Tienes un paraguas.
So you can just not say sombría.
Yeah, it depends on the context.
So if I want an umbrella for the sun,
Sombría.
oh, I say so. Oh, okay, I get it now. I get it. So if I just say I want an umbrella, just in general, I just want an umbrella.
Una sombrilla.
Oh my god. I didn't go over this in Spanish for me because my Spanish is high school Spanish. I got Spanish 3 and I barely passed.
Calendar.
See, I know this. I should know this at
It's
least.
pretty similar to the English word.
Calendor.
Calendario.
Ah! I felt like it had like some zhuzh. I keep hitting these things. Some zhuzh at the end. What was it again? Calendaria?
Calendario.
Calendario. Okay. You're smart. You came up with this fast. You're pretty smart.
Another one that sounds similar to the English version.
Why didn't you give me like octopus so I could have gotten pulpo? I know that. My mom says because in kindergarten, like I remember we learned Spanish there, and my mom said when I learned what pulpo was, that was my favorite word. I would just go around going pulpo. I would just be saying that. At random. Dolphin. Dolfito. Dolomfantito.
Where are you getting this from?
I don't know. You said it sounded similar.
No.
What is it?
Delfín.
Delphine?
Delfín.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. I just feel stupid. That's agua.
Oh no.
So it's a bottle of water. Oh. So bottle is botella, right? So it's just botella de agua.
Yeah.
I got one. Yay! I'm smart. Okay. Oh god. Wait. Oh. it's like esquera or
You're
escalada escalada
You're almost there.
esquita escala escalada es, escala. What is it?
Escalas to climb.
Oh, what is ladder?
Escalera.
Oh, see, I had that. It was like in my head, like what escalada.
You said esquite. Do you know what an esquite is?
Yeah, it's the corn.
Yeah.
I know when I said it, I was like, oh wait, that's the corn. I'm just gonna go with it. There you have a no sabo session.
Okay.
She even bought me like kindergarten, first grade, like Spanish.
I have 'em.
Yeah, Spanish cards to try and help
But
me.
he's like, I know more than that. I'm like, okay.
But then we went over them and like I was still having trouble. Well, because I took high school Spanish, so I thought
That's
like
like
like at least
intermediate at best.
yeah, but then when you're like showing me all these stuff like the colors and like the animals and like I don't know any of these. Like with the turkey, I already forgot turkey. Wait, no, I forgot turkey.
Bubble.
Pavo. Ooh, a Jacob's ladder. I saw a video about that as a
What
word.
is that?
It's a machine in the gym. We don't have it in our gym, but apparently it's really good for cardio. It does almost does like a full body workout. There's your gym session talk.
Okay, so that's it for me.
Yeah. Sure. um, and this was like I thought about wrestlers, but I felt like that would also be kind of too hard because you know some, but a lot of them like if I were to show you a picture, you wouldn't even know at all like
I'm
by
gonna
name.
still get Cody Rhodes and
But if you saw
Roman
'em,
Reigns confused. There's another girl who does that too.
I guess. But I think well, if you just see, if I were to show you Cody Rhodes, you would know. You've seen him live. You haven't seen Roman live. Here,
Wait, not Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins is the one. See?
What do you mean?
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns I get mixed up. And to me, I think LA Knight and Cody Rhodes should switch names. It just I don't know. Yeah, he looks like Roman Reigns.
It's just because they both have long,
Yes.
curly hair.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for
They look the same.
oh my god. So, anyways, back to mine. Mine are pictures of robins from various media and different versions of them. So I'll go over them again. You know them, right? Here, list the robins.
Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
Children are cruel.
Oh my god.
Jason Todd,
Yes.
Tim Drake,
Yes.
Damian Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie.
Brown.
I know there's the Signal.
Oh, I didn't put him in there because he's not a Robin.
Oh.
Well, technically he was with the whole Robin war, but anyways. There is one, but I don't talk to her about much because she's in an Elseworld, but she's pretty famous.
Oh, I don't know.
Carrie Kelly. Anyways, so my pictures are of robins, and
Wait,
she's.
what about the one that's like doesn't speak?
Oh, you talking about Cassandra Cain? Well, she's only been Orphan and Batgirl. She's never been a Robin.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So first one, this one is from the animated series.
Animated series. That has to be Dick. That has to be Dick Grayson.
That's your answer?
Either that or Tim Drake.
Which one?
Tim.
Yeah, it's Tim Drake. Oh shit.
Wait, I thought it was Dick Grayson and...
They're
no,
both in it.
Oh, okay.
I also have multiple versions of the same
That's
character
Jason.
too. Yeah, so this is Jason Todd from Titans.
The show.
The Titans show. Live action Titans show. And this is from Batman Brave and the Bold.
That's...
Who could that be?
I think that's...
He's wearing the red and green color scheme with a yellow cape. He's got the booties. Dick. Yeah, that's Dick Grayson. Okay. This one's a layup.
That's Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie Brown.
She's the only one. I thought she had short hair.
No.
Yes.
No?
There's a Robin with short hair.
Yeah. It's not Stephanie, though.
Oh.
Who's that? This is also from the... Is what?
Tim, because doesn't Tim have the collar like that?
No, this is Dick.
He looks exactly the same.
This is from the animated series.
What?
Yeah.
That's exactly the same.
No?
Oh.
See, because he's young. This is older. And it's a different, like, color scheme. See,
But that looks like Tim Drake's cape.
No, it's Dick Grayson.
Oh.
Next. This is from a comic book.
That's Tim Drake.
Final answer?
Yes, because that's his R.
It's Jason.
Nope. Yeah.
It's Jason. You can kind of tell.
All Robins are Tim Drake.
You can, yeah, because after like Tim Drake, like his costume kind of like became the standard of it. Because like he did the like at first it was Dick with like he had short sleeves and like the cut off shorts and everything. Like even Jason had that costume, but when Tim Drake came around, he got the pants and like still the short sleeve, but the green sleeves and the red, and it was changed to a black cape because it was yellow for Jason and Dick. And then it was changed with a black cape with a yellow lining, and that kind of became the standard for most Robins. So that's why here he has the black cape with the yellow lining, because this is this is pretty much like Tim's suit in the comics at the time, but they gave it to Dick Grayson basically. So it gets confusing. And this one is Jason. The only thing you can kind of tell is you can barely see it from this picture is the mask is reddish.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
Isn't Jason's red?
Yeah, Jason typically, sometimes it depends on the artist, they'll give him a reddish mask to help distinguish. Because if you I'm looking at a bunch of pictures, they kind of all look the same. So they try to do certain things that make them different. Like Tim has a different R, or like has the black cape and like the pants.
But even Tim's R is like
but not all the artists kind of adhere to the different R's, because usually
it's just pointy and it comes out of a circle.
Yeah, it is kind of Tim's R. Like Jason and Dick's are just like a regular R. But yeah, next one.
That's Damien.
Yeah, Damon's costume's a lot more intricate. Also, you could tell by the lace-up shoes.
He just has spiky hair. That's how I can.
Really? That's how you get. Okay.
He always has the weird haircut.
Who's that? So this Robin's black hair, black mask, black cape with yellow lining, but a gray suit, gray and black suit.
Damian Wayne.
Yeah, it's Damien. Shit, you cheater! It says Damien on.
Were you surprised I got it?
I looked at it, I was like, wait, why is this a full webpage? Does it say it somewhere?
But you weren't surprised that I got it?
No, I was skeptical. I was like, no way you got this. But yeah, this is his newest suit. Like this is in the current run. This is what Damien's wearing. Yeah, it is a cool suit.
That's her.
Yeah. Who is it?
I don't know.
It's Carrie Kelly.
Oh.
So she's from the Dark Knight Returns universe. So she became Robin to Bruce in the Dark Knight Returns.
She wasn't that popular, was she?
No, she's pretty popular. Yeah.
Oh.
like because of the story is popular, so like she's a popular Robin because of that. So she makes like appearances in the comics as like in like other Elseworlds or like as references and stuff like that. I think I don't know if she's shown up in the current comics or not. I don't know. There was buzz about her like recently. Also, she wears glasses.
Yeah.
Like those are just her glasses.
Nerd.
But she like, cause like she bought this costume like in like a costume shop. Like it's like a Robin costume, and like it's holding to the original, like the yellow cape, like the gloves, and like the booty shorts. And last one. This is another comic book one.
That's Tim.
Yeah, that's Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the bog. This is pretty much like quintessential Tim. They've updated it, like he has like now little spikes on his gauntlets and such. But yeah, you did pretty good.
Haha. And he thought I wasn't gonna get them.
But yeah, good job. Oh shit, I just got rid of.
I could look them up.
It's gone. Anyways. Oh, what's next on the agenda, Miss Ma'am? Miss Ma'am.
I mean, do you want to just go off about...
About the biggest upset in wrestling history? So, for those of you who don't know, is, so last year at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble, challenged Roman Reigns for the undisputed, the WWE undisputed, the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship, because Cody Rhodes wants to finish his father's story by winning the championship he never won and was taken by his dad. So Cody Rhodes challenged Roman Reigns at last year's WrestleMania in Hollywood. We missed it. We could have gone there, but I wasn't watching wrestling at the time. And Cody lost, to shenanigans because Roman Reigns cheated by Solo Sikoa Samoan spiking Cody Rhodes, costing him the match, and Cody didn't finish the story. So fast forward a year to now, after many matches without even seeing Roman, except for once when he was the undisputed tag champion with Jey Uso. He showed up on SmackDown and they had a little face-off. Cody won this year's Royal Rumble, the first one to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles in like 26 years or something like that. And so I'm sorry, am I boring you? And so after he won, he pointed right at Roman because he was there in like one of the skyboxes, and he said, "I challenge you." And in the press conference right after, Cody said that he wants to be the guy, wants to win the championship, And Cody also said when the World Heavyweight Championship was introduced that, because someone asked him, like, is winning the World Heavyweight Championship finishing the story? And he's like, no. The title that the title that his dad did not win, which is the WWE Championship. And so Cody hasn't announced, Cody hasn't announced who he wants to face. If this comes out on a Friday, maybe there'll be, actually tomorrow's the press event where The Rock and Roman are going to have a face-off. So anyways, last Friday, Cody Rhodes shows up at SmackDown. He talks to Roman, tells him that it's like finishing the story isn't just taking the title, it's taking everything from Roman. And he said, Roman, I still want that title, but I'm not going to take it at WrestleMania. And everyone was like, what? And then Cody says he sought counsel, one of them that Roman knew and that he knows Roman very well, which was The Rock. Then The Rock comes out to a huge pop. The crowd was loving it, right? And then The Rock and Cody basically like share a moment. They shake hands, they do a little bro hug, and then Cody just leaves the ring. And then the televised wise, they didn't, Rock and Roman, they just faced off, didn't say anything. Then the show ended. And since then, what's been trending on sports is the hashtag We Want Cody, because people want Cody Rhodes versus Roman 2, and for Cody Rhodes to finish the goddamn story and beat Roman at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. But it's seeming because The Rock showed up on Raw day one, literally the first show of the year at January 1st, which we were at, and The Rock showed up, like interrupting Jinder Mahal because Jinder Mahal was like, being combative against the audience, and The Rock shows up, does his shtick, like, has us call him a day one douchebag and all that stuff. Then he spine busters him, and then people's elbows him, and then he gets a mic, winded as hell. He asks the audience, it's like afterwards, The Rock's gonna eat. Should he sit at a booth, sit at the bar, or should he sit at the head of the table? Which, for those of you who don't know, Roman likes to claim that he's the head of the table. He's the leader. He's the leader of the bloodline. His entire family that's why he's called the tribal chief. He's the leader of his family, which The Rock is included. So I get why, that The Rock versus Roman is a good idea, and it'll do numbers and whatever. But the problem is that it's not the time for that. The time has been Cody. We've been wanting it since last year, and they didn't give it to him last year because Roman was approaching 1,000 days as champion. So that's most likely why they didn't have Roman win, so that they didn't have Cody win, so that Roman could reach 1,000 days. But now that Roman's reached 1,000 days, hooray! But now the people are saying, it's like, well, he's got to beat the record, which is Hulk Hogan's record. It don't matter. Hulk Hogan's number 3 as longest reigning champion. There's still 2 more people ahead of him. Like all I know is Bruno Sammartino is like one of them. And so it doesn't matter. Roman, people are kind of tired of, because it's the same thing with Roman. Because he's a part-timer. He shows up whenever he wants. Essentially, he doesn't even defend his title at every PLE, and when he does defend it, he wins the same. Bloodline shenanigans. They come in, either Roman takes out the ref, or one of the bloodline takes out the ref. Someone takes out the ref. The ref doesn't see, and then the bloodline comes in and helps Roman, and Roman wins. So we're tired of it. We want Cody to be the champion, but I get there's a lot of logistics about it because. Well, for one, the Rock has been signed to the TKO board of directors, and apparently, part of his this was signed back in January. So part of the contract was the Rock had to was a deal was that the Rock would main event WrestleMania. No, I don't know. I haven't looked at it, and I don't know if it's for this WrestleMania or for an eventual WrestleMania. But again, I've told you this, that this has been brewing for years, since 2015. Because back then they were trying to push Roman as a babyface, and the crowd wasn't having it. They just kept booing Roman and whatever. And so one year where Roman's going to win the Royal Rumble, The Rock was there to try and help, to pass on some of the Rockness to Roman, so that the people would cheer him. And the Rock's there, puts his Roman's hand up like he won, and he pointing at him, which is a big deal in wrestling. That's your way to either passing the torch or putting a guy over. And the crowd hated it. They were just booing both of them. And it's kind of since then, it's been The Rock has kind of been well, then we have to have a match together, against each other, because for the people to boo also The Rock because of Roman, it's a good story-wise to get revenge and whatever, and for the Rock to be the head of the table, to be the leader of the family, and not Roman. So I get why it's appealing and it'll do numbers, but no one's arguing that. Yeah, it should happen, but it shouldn't happen now because we want Cody. And what was the point of him winning if this deal was made in January? That's before the Rumble. So what was the point of having Cody win the Rumble? Is it just for to give him that stat that he's the first one to win back-to-back Rumble, the 4th person ever to win back-to-back Rumbles, which is a big feat. But it's we thought it's because we were gonna get Cody and Roman again. So that's kind of been what's going on. If The Rock's comments is just flooded with "We want Cody," hashtag "We want Cody." He's like you're bald, and you shouldn't be, way to take away an opportunity from an active superstar, someone who's on the roster, who's there every week doing his dues and whatever. And The Rock just shows up after 10 years, and wants a match at WrestleMania against Roman for the title. And the solution there is there's been lots of solutions, like maybe having The Rock as guest referee, or have Cody and Roman at Elimination Chamber and he wins there, and The Rock and Roman have a match for the title of Tribal Chief or Head of the Table. But it's like, if you're gonna take away Roman's title reign, like as over 1,000 days, he's like at 1,300 days as champion, he's got to lose at a WrestleMania, right? Not just Elimination Chamber, on the road to WrestleMania. So there's a lot. I've been like talking with my friend Drew about this. I keep bumping these ears, but about of like what's the solution, or like we see why it's done, but it's like bottom line, we all want Cody, like, and like the announcers even brought it up like on Monday that like when it premiered on Monday, that 72 hours straight we want Cody has been trending on Twitter, and I think it's still trending if you could check it really fast. But like, yeah, the wrestling community and has been rallying for Cody to be the champion. And yeah, those are my 2 cents of it's been going on like this like past week of in wrestling. I don't know if you have any thoughts. As someone who doesn't watch it,
I don't. I think that it would be. I was telling him that I think it would be interesting if they made it like this is what either
like
turns Cody
heel. No.
Or he comes in and steals the match for himself, but he doesn't agree with me.
No, I don't, because like, one, it doesn't make sense for Cody to be heel now because he's such a top baby face right now. And so I don't think it makes sense for him to turn heel. Maybe like to like do some like bad things for the sake of him finishing the story, which is there's fine there, but it's like, I don't think it'll be a full-on heel turn for like trying to
That's what I said, the occasional thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What do you have pulled up here?
I looked up reasons why it is a good thing for Rock versus Roman, to kind of poke the bear, I guess. This, because I don't really understand this number 4.
The Rock versus Roman Reigns is a bigger match for WWE than Rhodes versus. Technically true, because The Rock brings in more numbers. He's a bigger star, so like numbers wise, it's bigger. But but you know, story wise or like impact wise, I think Cody versus Roman is still bigger.
And the timing is better for Roman Reigns to face The Rock than Cody.
I don't. How is the timing better? If anything, the timing.
The Rock is about to retire.
About to retire. He's been retired from the WWE.
That's what they said. I don't know.
Fuck? I like Cody is still young. The Rock is about to retire. What?
A lifetime in the making. More fans are invested in the latter feud than the former, and for longer.
Not true.
Oh.
Because maybe casual fans, yeah, they would want Rock versus Roman because, you know, The Rock is like, you know, a staple in the WWE. But like, if you're like a hardcore fan now, you want Cody.
They said it fits better in the general story.
No.
So it should hire him right now. Just imagine if we get these matches. The Rock versus Roman, Jey Uso versus Jimmy.
Jacob Fatu. He's not even signed to the WWE.
Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu beats Solo. Jey Uso beats Jimmy. Roman beats The Rock.
No.
And then number 1, The Rock versus Roman Reigns is the best makeshift solution to WWE's current WrestleMania 40 problems.
The Rock pushed super hard for it. Yeah, he pushed last year, but it's because of scheduling issues and because of scheduling, and that he wouldn't be in ring shape by the time.
But you also brought up that The Rock would not be in ring shape.
Yes.
for this one either.
Yeah, because they're making a comparison from what happened at day one, where The Rock was winded after just 2 moves, after like just running the ropes like a couple times, and it's like, and to from January to April, that's 4 months to try and get into shape. Technically, yeah, like, but yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like someone like me, I could probably get in shape for soccer fairly quickly if I really tried. But The Rock is like,
Older.
yeah, he's past his prime at this
Oh.
point. He is. He's like in his 50s or whatever. So you're like, he's past his prime at this point. So yeah, he works out every day and like, and whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know that I've never gone through the training process of like, how to get in ring shape. But from the reports I've seen, like, of The Rock being winded from that, and then to go all the way to April, because like for a match that,
Maybe it was him pretending to be winded.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But like to go all the way to April to main event, that's another thing, to main event WrestleMania. So that in itself is gonna be a long match because main events tend to be longer. So I don't know. There's a lot of arguments of why it shouldn't happen and why we don't think it'll happen, and like etc. But again, we're gonna get a press event tomorrow as we're recording this on Wednesday. On Thursday in Las Vegas, they're gonna have a press event where The Rock and Roman are gonna face off, but also Seth Rollins is gonna be there, Cody's gonna be there, Rhea's gonna be there, Bianca is gonna be there, and Triple H is gonna be there. So there's gonna be other stuff too. But like the main thing is because there hasn't been anything announced. Nothing has been set announced to us. Like nothing's been set of like we're gonna have Rock versus Roman or Cody versus Roman or anything. But it looks like
That might be the case.
it'll be Rock versus Roman. But if you're a wrestling fan, you would know that a few years ago we had the Yes movement. So a wrestler by the name of Daniel Bryan, who was super over with the fans, like the fans were cheering him, they were buying his shirts, they were all coming up with signs that saying yes, and like they were cheering yes, yes, because that was Daniel Bryan's chant. And he was pretty much like not getting opportunities like to be like the world champ and all that. And the point is the fans wanted them to the point where like they were cheering, they wanted Daniel, because like at that point they wanted Batista to be at WrestleMania, and like I forget against who, but like that was going to be the match. But because the fans like wanted it so hard and kept pushing for so hard, they were like booing Batista and like booing everyone else. And like the fans stormed the ring all wearing yes shirts, and they were chanting yes with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was in the ring with them. And like at that point, like you can't ignore the fans at that point. So you have to give them what they want. So they made it a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And this is where I'm confused because I never watched it. I just know of this story. I don't know if Daniel Bryan won at WrestleMania, or I think he did. He might have lost it pretty soon after that because that'll happen. But I also heard reports like that Batista didn't want to lose against Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan's like a shorter guy and like Batista's big. Now he's going by the name Bryan Danielson in AEW because he left the WWE. Because Batista didn't want to lose to Daniel Bryan, to someone who's like half his size or whatever. He did lose, but yeah. Egos get in the way a lot of stuff, and like this is also I think a story of ego. Like The Rock, like does The Rock need this?
Nope.
No. I mean, maybe some people could argue yes, he does, because he failed with the XFL. It was like a football league he was like apparently owning. Black Adam didn't do great, and now that the DC universe is like resetting, they're not gonna. I don't think James Gunn has reported that he wants to bring back The Rock for Black Adam, nor does I don't think Black Adam wants to even come back, because like it's like a weird like contract thing, like Black Adam with like because Black Adam was made with like his production studio, $7 production, and so technically like he has rights to the characters that were in there, and he's not letting James Gunn use them. That's why at the end of Shazam, we didn't have any of the Justice Society members ask Billy. We just had Harcourt and Economos ask him, which James Gunn has been using. Those were like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad. They were in there. So, yeah, it's also like weird thing with that. So like Black Adam not doing well, and then what else? It was like something else. I don't. But also the thing with Hawaii, too. Like him and Oprah were trying to do like a charity for Hawaii, but like it actually like screwed over the Hawaii. I don't know the full story. Point is, it did it was uncovered that the charity was not good. I don't remember what the full story of like maybe the Hawaiians didn't get all that money, or like Oprah and The Rock kept some of the money, or what it was. So the point is like the argument is like maybe The Rock does need it because now he's returning to wrestling. Yeah, returning to wrestling where he knows he can make the money, and yeah. So that's why like it's like, what's the point of like you're taking an opportunity away from a full-time star for a part-timer, even less of a part-timer than Roman is, because The Rock hasn't showed up for 10 years. He only recently showed up like at first a couple months ago on SmackDown, and then for this year he showed up once on Raw. That was in January. Already a month later he's shown up now for SmackDown, but didn't even say anything like televised wise. He said something afterwards, I think, to the crowd there. So it's like you're literally taking opportunities away from current superstars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like people, that was argued that John Cena did that like early on in his career, but it's still something that he also criticized The Rock too back in their feud like 10 years ago, The Rock versus John Cena. But yeah, it's just a lot. But I am Team Cody. I want Cody at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns for him to finish the story. Sorry, geese. For him to finish the story, become WWE champion. I also get the logistics of that could be a problem. Because if Cody wins, now there's going to be 2 championships on Raw. So I don't know if they'll do a thing with the WWE draft will be after that. So they could do a thing where they'll draft Cody to SmackDown or Seth if he wins. If he even has a match at WrestleMania, or like, and it keeps the title until then. So like to switch to SmackDown. So I get that there's some logistics of Cody winning, some logistical issues, but those are pretty easy to resolve. Then rather like The Rock winning the title, becoming champion, and then Cody fighting him and beating him after that. That's something you could do, but it's like could have been at WrestleMania though. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. What's it?
That alone was 20 minutes.
What is it they say? It's like I give up my time. In like Congress when they like tongue is like I take back my time. Blah, blah.
I don't know.
What?
I have nothing to add to that. So
if you're a wrestling fan, I know you either agree with me or disagree with me.
I already know at least the title of this podcast.
What? Love and wrestling? Oh, that's good. Yeah, we want Cody. We want Cody. That's what the fans were cheering. Like even when cuz when they opened the match on Monday, like Seth and Cody like had a little promo, and like during that they were chanting Rocky sucks, and like they were chanting like we want Cody, like to all that. But yeah, it's a lot. If this is a work, like this was all part of their plan, it's a genius plan because they got everyone talking about this. All the sports outlets are like being ecstatic that The Rock is back and he might main event WrestleMania, but all the fans are all like, no, we want Cody. This is bullshit. So it's a really genius move. But I don't know, because of that thing where like Rock's agreement to be on the board was to main event WrestleMania. So it's like, is this a work? Like, or like, is it just like, cause this is a new board, like, cause like just now WWE was just bought by TKO. So this is like a completely new, this is a completely new owner. So like, are they just like, kind of pushing their agenda? Like, no, just give us what will make more money. And like they're not listening to like the creative teams, like, whoa, hold on, we kind of like had a plan and like that's not gonna be a good idea, and it's like, well, who cares? And The Rock being like, hey, I'm on the board now, yeah, I don't care.
Yikes.
And like the thing was like with all The Rock's posts, he's like signing them at the end, like at the caption, he signs them at the end. It was People's Champ because he's coming back to WWE and he's the People's Champ. But like, yeah, it was because like all the comments were like, "You're not the People's Champ anymore. Cody's the People's Champ," or like all that jazz.
Well,
So
here they're saying that Cody is not the underdog, actually.
why? Because he's like over.
It says Cody's not the underdog. This is a post on Reddit. People are making him out to be. He is no Bryan or Punk. He beat Seth Rollins clean 3 times, once with an injury. He beat Brock Lesnar twice. He won 2 Royal Rumble matches and already main evented WM last year against Roman, when arguably the story with Bloodline was not his.
Yeah, it's true that the Bloodline's a different story, but like, I think you could say he's an underdog in the context of like The Rock coming out and wanting the match. So technically, he's the bigger draw there and like bigger dog, and has more political power that way of trying to get The Rock versus Roman. And Cody's kind of like an underdog there, but also like but all of Cody's story has been an underdog story, because like however many years ago when like Cody was like Stardust on WWE, and he quit the WWE because like he was tired of like being Stardust and he wanted to get to that main event, and he was just being stuck in that mid card, so he quit and he went through the indies and got over there. Like he like won every championship under the sun in the indies, and like the fans were loving him there, and then he met up with like this group called the Elites, and like they were like, you know, they were being big and they were like making matches, and like they just went, what if we did like a stadium event? So like Cody and a bunch of guys, they organized this event with people from all over the indies, made this giant event, like as in like their own, like not, they weren't a big corporation like WWE, and they made, and like people were like doubting them. They're like, you're not gonna fill a 10,000 person venue on indies, and they did. They sold out that arena, and now they have like a plaque on that arena of like, oh, this is where All Elite was held, and blah blah. And that started AEW, which for a time was like the WWE's biggest competitor. And Cody was getting over there. Well, then he wasn't like that. There he turned heel over there because the fans were kind of booing him, because he was seen as like, you're an executive of this company, because he was EVP there. So it's like, you're an executive of this company and you're winning these championships, like, how do we know, like, you're not, are you even earning this if you're an owner and like you have a say? So Cody didn't say why he left AEW. He said he left on a personal issue, but he left and came back to WWE and has been like the top guy there. Like from Stardust to the American Nightmare now, main eventing like Raws like every once in a while, because you can't always be the main event, but like, and been wrestling at like almost every PLE, and like beating Brock Lesnar twice, and like winning back-to-back Royal Rumbles. It's like, it is the ultimate underdog story from Stardust to now. Like, you know, like because when I was a kid, I did watch when Cody Rhodes was around, not when he was Stardust, but I was watching him, and like when I was a kid, I didn't give a second thought to Cody. I was just like, who's this guy? Like the guy that in Legacy with Ted DiBiase Jr. and Randy Orton, like Randy Orton's sidekick. And it's like, and then now here I am, like, you know, loving Cody, like listening to his song all the time. I have his merch and whatnot. So I see it as an underdog story, but I get their argument.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to move on and talk about some of the movies we saw, or you think that's a good place to end it?
I mean, we could briefly talk about them.
Okay. I know you liked Miller's Girl a lot. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was a very well written. A lot of people said it was wordy. I could see why.
Me too.
But it wasn't a movie for everyone.
Yeah, for context, Miller's Girl was the movie starring Jenna Ortega and
I forget his name. He played Winston from Sherlock. Is that the name?
Watson.
Watson. But yeah, it isn't a movie for everyone. I know that.
Martin Freeman.
Ah.
So starring Jenna Ortega, Martin Freeman. Martin Freeman plays a English teacher. And Jenna Ortega is his student. And they kind of have like
it's insinuated that they like each other, but...
Yeah, they kind of have a little emotional affair. Like, like mentor and student type of thing.
Yeah, but then they just kind of... Like, it's left ambiguous in some way.
Yeah, I'm under the camp... Spoilers. Of, like... Because, like, halfway through the movie... Jenna Ortega, like, forgot...
Submits...
No.
She purposefully
for the phone. The phone was an accident. I was talking about like how Mr. Miller, Martin Freeman's character, had her phone, and she called it, and she's like, "Oh, can just bring it by my house," and then like,
but you don't think they did anything?
Yeah, because like around that's because like it was like very like picturesque. Like she comes, the door's already open for our house. She comes out in this like gown.
White gown.
I thought it was green.
It was white.
It's like a light green.
What's with you and the whole house was green, but her gown was white.
Anyway, she comes out in this gown and then they kiss.
A beetle crawls on her.
Yeah, and then they kiss, and then you cut from there. Martin Freeman's in his house, like freaking out, and then she submits her paper
to the principal, which gets him.
Well, she submits her paper to him. And she's and he's like, "What is this smut?" And then like basically like rejects her, and then she submits the paper to the principal.
Yeah, which I liked the story. It was I thought it was fun. I thought it was a weird story, very gothic, which I love. You don't really see a lot of gothic stories now. That's white.
It's like a light green.
That's white.
Fine.
But yeah, you don't really see a lot of gothic stories. And the funny thing is, that week, it was all about writers, because we saw Miller's Girl, and then we saw Argylle, which is great. Speaking of wrestlers, John Cena was in it. I'm convinced that John Cena's character and Henry Cavill's character kissed at the end, even though they technically didn't, but they did.
The inspiration behind their characters kissed, yes, but did she write it that way in the book?
I think they kissed.
You think she wrote it in that book?
I'm hoping they kissed.
Well, the thing is also that Argylle's an actual book that's going to come out.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so here's the thing about it. So the book hasn't come out, or it might have did. The book and the movie came out around the same time, and people were speculating that like typically that doesn't happen with new authors, because I don't know who the author is for the book. Mm-hmm. People are speculating that J.K. Rowling wrote Argylle under a pen name because of kind of the Ellie Conway. Oh yeah, because that was the character's name in the movie. All right, so people are speculating that Ellie Conway is a pen name
for J.K.
Rowling because of the whole like her anti-trans stance. So they're thinking because they're saying like a movie doesn't get made about a new book from an unknown author. And the movie gets made alongside with the book. Mm-hmm. You only do that if you have money behind that book. So people was like, is it JK? I don't know if there's any creed to this speculation.
Uh-huh.
But apparently
it's revealed.
Who Ellie Conway actually is?
Yeah. Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor
Swift? I hope
Swift?
not.
But anyways, Argylle's from the same director of the Kingsman series, which you can tell there's a lot of like the same kind of shots and such. Do you think that's what that end credit scene was at? That Argyle book one's coming soon was actually about the book, not an Argyle movie series.
I think it's a movie. I mean, he made 3 movies with Kingsman.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna make.
I
Which I told him, I was like, Statesman? They keep mentioning Statesman.
Yeah, because there was like constant like whiskey Statesman bottles and such.
And then at the end, goes into a bar that said Statesman.
No, it said Kingsman.
Kingsman?
The pub.
It said Kingsman.
Because it was in England.
Oh.
The
No,
pub.
it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
There were British people talking in there. Yes, it was a pub in
sorry.
England.
And then Henry Cavill's character
Argyle. Aubrey Argyle.
goes in and with a country accent.
Did he? Oh, you're
and
talking
a
about.
mullet.
Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah. I'm sure you got some questions for me.
Ew.
He looked a lot like Mullet Superman.
But yeah. But yeah. And then we went to go see American Fiction, which is another writer, author.
I think it's getting nominated for
I hope
awards
so.
too. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Which I was pissed because the best punchline of that movie, no one laughed, which is...
We did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
You only laughed until I
No,
laughed.
I like literally went. I did that thing. Like I was like.
Because they're rating books for like a award.
they're a panel of judges. They're judging books.
And 2 of them are black, and 3 of them are white. 2 men, 1 woman, and then it's 1 man, 1 woman for the black judges. And the protagonist who's in it is sitting there, and they're trying to talk about why. It's this whole thing. Point is, the protagonist published a book that was a joke
Under a pen name.
Like, that was like more black because it was like slang and stereotypical. And no one got the joke. It became super popular and it got on the list for the awards. And so when they're judging, they're like, well, I don't think this is a good representation of blackness or
the white judges are trying to
community.
make it the winner.
Yeah.
And the 2 black judges are like, I disagree. Like,
no, like we don't want this.
This shouldn't win. It's not that great. It like, puts us in a hole. It stereotypes us. Blah blah blah.
Like giving the reasons, and then the woman is like, well, what is it? We gotta listen to
It's
black
like,
voices.
Yeah, they're like, I think this story is important. It tells a lot, and like, not enough people listen to black voices.
And it's a table, and they're sitting on either side, the 3 white judges and the 2 black judges, and that's when they say that line.
It pauses for a second.
It's like, we gotta listen to black voices,
and then pauses on the second of them.
2 black judges,
and they're all like, it's like literally not listening to them.
Yeah.
That's what the black voices talking about.
And like the theater was silent. No one laughed at that.
We
scene.
did though.
Yeah, we got it, but it was like 1 other laugh, but no one laughed at that, which was the main joke of the entire thing. Yeah, and then before all those 3 went to go see I.S.S, which was...
It was okay.
Oh, the girl from I.S.S
was in Argylle. Good for her.
Yeah, she deserves a better movie.
She was in Argylle for like 5 minutes though.
Okay, yeah, but still.
Maybe she'll be in Argylle 2 more.
Hopefully. But yeah, those movies were fun. As a writer myself, I enjoyed seeing 3 movies of completely different, like one serious gothic, kind of analytical in the sense of women's voices against men.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I like
comedy one.
You saying that reminds me of like
a satire one.
You saying that about like when you're talking about Miller's Girl reminds me that that line in the movie where like he's kind of getting interviewed by his vice principal, and he goes, "Why do I feel like you already made up your mind and nothing I can say will change it?" And she goes, "Well, because it already is."
And I asked him, I was like, "How do you feel about that?"
Because that's a fear men have. That like
when women fear more.
Men.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is that it's a fear men have is like now. Like I totally get it, women being scared and all that, but it's like
But let me tell you why you're wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying
Kidding.
I'm saying the fear is that like the joke now with the gym videos is like uh like the gym bros, as soon as a woman walks in, looking up at the ceiling,
Yeah.
walking away from the women, and it's because they're afraid to be perceived as a creep, which it's a valid fear. And like I'm someone like I don't want to be seen as a creep. I go in the gym with you, and like that makes me, I don't know if that makes me a little less likely to be seen as a creep, but sometimes like I just stare off, like I don't even pay attention. I just stare because like I'm like thinking about what stuff, and like I haven't caught myself yet of just like my eye line is just at a woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like sometimes I've like caught my, because I stare off near like the treadmill area for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, because like there's a window there or like there's a mirror there, and so I kind of stare off, and then like I catch myself, I'm like, oh, there's like women on those on those machines. I'm like, shit, like
There's nowhere you can look
so
unless it's the floor.
yeah, so it's like it's a fear, like guy, like even like the most harmless, like nicest guy you'll ever meet, like hasn't, I'm not doing the nice guy thing, like
No, I get it.
wouldn't harm anyone. Let's like he does something like not paying attention, like does something weird, and like he all of a sudden gets chastised by people, and like already at that point your mind is made up, like because like the common thing is like the guy's just being a creep, but it's like it people's mind will be made up, like they're gonna believe the woman, which they should in like a lot of cases, but it's like where's the line of like going too far or like trying to judge everyone rather than like giving some people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Like because like even more and more now I'm seeing like videos, like women posting these videos of like guys being creeps in the gym, when you can see in the video that guy is not looking at you at all.
I feel like at that point, that's just
They
how do I say this?
they're like looking for attention.
Yeah, like they want to pick a fight at
Yeah,
this point.
they want they want the drama basically. And like
Like, I saw you were looking at
I don't know
me.
if you sent me a video
I
of
think
like
I did.
of a girl, like it's like what was this crepe doing, staring at, because it was a British girl, it's like staring at me,
Oh,
and like
mate.
and like the guy comes up, is like, are you using those, can I use the belt or whatever, the weight belt? And she's like, yeah, go. It's like, what, are you being creep staring at me? And he's like, I'm just asking for the belt. And like
Yeah.
like a guy was reacting, was like, I don't know if this is staged, but even still, like, this is, if it's not staged, what are you talking about? He like
Yeah.
looks once, not even looking at you, he's like looking past you,
Mhm.
clearly where the belt is that he asking. That's weird though. Why are you asking to use a weight belt? Is it a communal weight belt?
We used to have, when I went to Crunch, they had one.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I've never been at a gym that had like a communal weight belt. Okay, so that was where I was like iffy.
That's
I was
the
like,
one where you could put chains on.
oh really?
I don't know.
Oh, like
Is that what you're talking about?
it
Or
was
you
just
mean,
a
like, the
weight
lifting
belt. Yeah, like
Oh.
like what we do for squats.
Oh,
Because
then I don't know.
she was at a squat rack, but he was using a leg press. I get it, it's still legs, like using a weight belt, but I've never used a weight belt for the leg press.
We saw a dude hogging the assisted dips and assisted pull-ups and doing dips
On like a regular
So
dip, like
it's-
there was no assisted. It's like, yeah, I don't know. So, some people are weird at the gym. Like, it's like I'm not gonna say anything to them because I don't want to bug people and I don't like talking to people. But still, like some people don't have the self-awareness of there being annoying.
Or the guy whistling the other day.
Yeah, literally yesterday, it's like there was a guy at the treadmill and like every time he breathes out, he like whistles. He's like
Everyone, Christian and I were like,
yeah, he did it once, and I went, "Who the fuck is whistling?" and then there's like two people right next to him. I kept trying to see if they're reacting every time he whistles. From what I can tell, they weren't. But it was just like,
there was also someone who sounded like they were lifting for their life, like just like bah bah. And I turn and I see that he's using, as Christian would say, momentum to do the leg thingy.
it was the like curls or the like extensions.
Extensions.
It was
And he was going,
extensions. Yeah, and you said he was like only lifting like 2 plates or no, it was a
You
lot.
said he was lifting a good amount.
Okay, yeah, it was a lot, and like he would like lift it, he'd be like, and then like every time, bang, 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 slam
And
the
that
weights.
machine usually breaks. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's always like slamming the weights constantly, and it's like, bro, you're not doing the exercise great. Like I get it, like you lift it great, and then you go down, but like part of the leg extension is the control at the bottom. That's how you get freaking beefy quads, bro.
But he was using his whole body.
Yeah, like really trying to push that. It's like, I don't know. Some people wear to the gym.
But yeah, that reminded me of the John Mulaney skit where he supposedly was like in a not skit or whatever in a comedy special. He's waiting. It's nighttime. He's waiting for a subway. There's a woman next to him, and then they're walking, but he's behind her, and then she begins to kind of walk faster, and then he thinks that the train is coming, so he walks faster. And the woman begins to basically run. And he starts to run. And so,
help, officer, man is chasing me.
No, and then he like says something along the lines of like, I would have to look it up, but point is that he's like, I forgot adults rape each other. So she saw him as a threat. Meanwhile, he was like scared too, because he thought there was someone coming or something. Yeah. I don't know. And he's like, and people rape each other.
And people rape each other.
The way he said it was funny.
Yeah. It's the same at the gym. Like I said, if I stare off, I don't even realize like, oh, I'm staring at someone who's doing something. Are you gonna play it now?
Oh, you can't hear it.
I can hear it.
Oh yeah,
but the audience can't hear it. She must hear. Not that I also hear it.
Anyway, it's too long, but that's basically the point, that like you don't even think of yourself as a threat, but women do. But that's also the
I mean, it's valid to think
of
it as a threat, but it's like some guys clearly aren't, but it's mostly those gym videos, you know.
I mean, I even notice men will talk to him and not to me.
Yeah, at the gym.
Yeah, which might be out of respect of me.
I don't know. Maybe just to like, it's that extra step to avoid any like kind of confrontation.
Yo,
yeah, like
why are you talking to my girl?
Yeah, a guy comes up and he's like, "Excuse me," and then either you to be like, "I have a boyfriend," or like me to come up and be like, "Yo, dog, the hell?
Why are you even looking at my girl?"
It's like, I don't care. I don't know.
Yeah.
I usually don't ask people at the gym anyways. I don't like it, but hey, whatever. And like, I think you try to said like the same thing about like women. Do they ask you more? Or
I think when it's been a woman, they ask me.
I feel like one has asked me though.
I mean, I don't really think much.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know if I should say it.
Cut.
That's it for this episode, I think.
But yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you for joining us. And we will do our best to give you another one in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Mark your calendars. Put it on your Google Calendar. Set a reminder on your phone.
An alarm.
And set an alarm. But yeah, thank you and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.